Welcome back to the best thing you watched this week. We are not live this week, obviously, because Chris and I are taking a break. And so we pre recorded our top 10 TV series of 2025 up until this moment in December. So there might be one that sneaks in there, but for now, this is what our top 10 is. We're going to do 3 honorable mentions at number 2 before we say number 1. We're both ranked ours from 10. We'll probably have some overlapping, some different. But let us know in the comments below what is your top 10 and your honorable mentions. You have to keep it to that list because if we have to do that, you have to do it as well. uh, we do miss you guys when we don't speak to you. It feels weird. So do chat to us in the Discord that we have. A wonderful Discord community, watch alongs, everything. Chat us in the comments here. We will reply to you as much as we can. And in our Bearded Ones Patreon, we just did 2 German movies. Where are we going next for January? Have we discussed that yet?
We have not totally, but I want to suggest. Wait for it as I find it. I want to suggest the Netherlands.
Ooh, okay. That could be fun. Netherlands, January. Yeah, I like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So Chris from Movies and Munchies, myself, Ruben from the Ruby Tuesday. We're going to be starting at number 10. Let us know your lists. Best series. This was harder than I thought it was going to be, Chris.
I had about 18.
Yeah.
On the list, and I still have. Well, go ahead.
Karen, go.
I think I still have a series that hasn't come out yet as of this recording. I haven't watched it, and so I just left it off.
That's yeah, because there's one that comes out on Boxing Day that might have made my list if I'd watched it all, but
oh, you know what? Shoot.
Are you thinking about changing it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is how it's going to go. This is why it was tough because there's actually been some damn good TV this year. Do you want me to start while you mess with your
yes
list?
Please.
Right. Number 10 for me is a series with actors in it.
You don't say.
It's a South Korean series that came out on Netflix, which is no surprise to people that know our content. We do love a good South Korean series. It's called Mercy for None. This was such an amazing series. Brutal, gory. The hand-to-hand fight scenes in this, some of the best I've seen in a long time, and long one-take corridor fight scenes that just continues to be brutal. But its story is the guy's not really a good guy, but something happens to his brother, and so he goes out on this revenge. And it's like if a boss battle, every episode feels like he's just fighting more and more and more and more and more, and you're wondering how on earth he's going to survive. The fight sequence is always different because there's different types of styles of people they're fighting. It wouldn't be a South Korean series if there wasn't bullying in this as well. There's a lot of bullying. It was just I didn't expected it to be fun, but I didn't expect it to be as good. There is some backstory, but that was all I needed. Like I didn't need more. I just needed to see how he was going to unravel the organizations, the kind of mob mentality, and the revenge storyline. Their lives crisscrossing behind each other as we get like a little bit more of the fleshed out story, but mostly focus on this brother like on a revenge path, and it just works. So yeah, I love this. That's why it's a 10.
I want to say I've started this. I don't believe I've finished it yet. Maybe. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. I'd have to go through. But I like watching some of the trailer as you've been talking. It like some of it feels familiar, and so I just don't know because it came out in June. I'm trying to but it looks good. So
yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's good.
Good.
So what's your 10?
Mine is an HBO series called Task.
Oh,
and
okay, cool.
This is Mark Ruffalo, and several other people.
Mm.
Actually, I'm gonna look it up because it's so good. You've got also Amelia Jones, but more importantly, Tom Pelfrey,
Mm.
and it's really this showdown between Mark Ruffalo and Tom Pelfrey, and uh, it is a devastating series.
Yeah.
It, there's corruption, there's like drugs, murder, the whole thing, and like because this comes from the creators who did Mayor of Easttown,
Mm.
it's also brutal to us as viewers with
Yeah.
character moments.
Yeah.
And I
Very much so.
just there's so much going on, and this is a tough series to go through because it is so heavy all the
Mm.
way through. I mean, even Mark Ruffalo is a flawed hero within
Yeah.
this.
But that's what makes them so relatable, because they are flawed. They're not just
Absolutely.
like anti-hero or caricature hero, good bad guy. The bad guys are multifaceted people that have ended up in the way they have. And so it's hard just to hate all the bad guys. Although there was a set of bad guys in this that you hated,
There,
just
yes,
straight out, which is
yes,
great.
there's definite bad guys. There's
Yeah.
some good guys, and then there's those amorphous middle ones.
Yeah.
Like, Tom Pelfrey, he's a bad guy. Actually, he's a good guy doing bad things for a good reason.
Yeah.
And it's a tragic tale.
It
It's
is.
all out, obviously now, 8 episodes, limited series, and very, very powerful. I loved it. I want to have it higher on the list, but there are some others that just I found maybe more, I don't know, more fun, which sounds
Okay.
stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I would have trouble going back to this series a lot because it's just so heavy of
Mm.
of an experience. But
Okay. Well, talking about something heavy, my number 9 is Chief of War.
so is mine.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Visually stunning. Jason Momoa's best role I've seen him in. Actually, his TV series on Apple are really good. Like he really gets to showcase what he can do. But the sheer scale, the visceral action, like with weapons you've probably never seen, like unless you are part of that culture, you won't even have known them and seen how they're used. The trajectory of the characters, you expect them to go some ways, but there's definitely like killing your darlings along the way, and this is brutal, but always beautiful. Yeah, this was a wild ride. Just great.
I love that they use, as it's telling the story of the unification of Hawaii, that they're using first off indigenous actors within there,
Mm.
and then they're speaking Hawaiian, which is
Yes.
outstanding.
Yeah.
Also, it's
Yeah. It
this
feels very
is
authentic.
it does, and it is just crazy brutal when it goes. I mean, when it goes for it, it is gnarly. But the drama itself is also very just
Yeah,
engaging. I mean,
very much so.
you feel for the characters and what they're going through, and like the dilemmas that they
Mm.
face, especially as each island is almost like a I don't want to call it tribe, but I mean it's its own entity,
Mm.
and some are peaceful, some are not, and that. But then you're working against the encroaching white man,
Yeah,
and so it's
Sucky
yeah.
White Man.
I cannot wait for season 2 of this. This is gonna be great.
Yes, me too. It's gonna be great. I guess I go to number 8 then, because that was your number 9.
Yes.
So for me, I'd never read the books, but I really loved this series. It was so easy to watch, so fun, and I think the lead steals the Murderbot on again on
Oh
Apple TV.
yeah.
This was quick bite-sized pieces, but the story I thought was really well done, really contained. The pacing. I did. Apart from it being so short episodes, I had the ability to watch it in one chunk,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is the only way to watch this series because of they're so short. And I just love the actor. What's his Skarsgård?
Alexander. Yeah.
Alexander. Yeah, he nails the. You get the feeling that he's mostly android. The sarcasm, the inner monologue of his character drives the craziness of what's going on. But you also kind of are rooting for the people, even though they're dumb people, and you're definitely rooting for the robot. And so all the sci-fi that comes along with that is so good because like you just don't expect it. And then you have that dry, wet humor that's running alongside the whole time, hearing that inner monologue of what he's actually thinking is hilarious. So yeah, that was my 8.
And him watching his movies or his TV
So
show,
fun.
his
Also,
Star
the TV show. I
Trek-ish.
would love to watch the TV show. That needs to be a real thing.
Seriously, they need to do a spin-off of that, even if it's only like 5-minute episodes or something like that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Just as like a little bonus. They should do it as a bonus after each episode of Murderbot.
Yes.
Because Murderbot's only 15 to 20 minutes anyway.
They get to do it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That is, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Great choice. That it unfortunately got cut from my list, but that was a lot of fun too. This one is a messed up series from Prime.
Okay.
It stars Olivia Cook and Robin Wright, and it's called The Girlfriend. And I loved the she said perspective that we get to watch because neither of our pro antagonists, I don't even know how they both are unreliable in the absolute truth. You know, sometimes they're telling most of the truth, some of the truth. Actually, and sometimes it's none of the truth. And it's just, and it's this back and forth. It is very dysfunctional. And I loved the fact that I hated them both and then also rooted for them both because I wasn't exactly sure through a lot of it who I really wanted to be. I mean, Robin Wright does some terrible manipulative things. But Olivia Cook is not like on the up and up either. And, you know, it is one of those things, though, like Ruben, that you always say that had they just had an honest conversation, so much of this would have just been completely taken care of.
Yeah.
You know, but they didn't do that because then misunderstandings become much larger. I really, really hope that this is just a limited series, that they don't make this into more because it doesn't need to be more. But it has those shocking moments in there where we as an audience know something the character doesn't, and so watching the character discover something is like, ooh. So, yeah, my number 8, The Girlfriend on Prime.
Nice. Okay. My number 7 is a series that got cancelled and feels crazy that it was this year because it feels like it was ages ago. But The Wheel of Time season 3 was the best the series was, and it had the most viewers, but it got cancelled for whatever reason. You had a great fantasy world that been thought out from these much loved books. Rosamund Pike, I think she nails Moraine Damodront like she's an Aes Sedai. But from the first book that I read, I remember thinking, "Oh, this is a great character." And then when seeing her, I think she was sort of the right character in season 1. Season 2 really starts to get to play with some of the relationship. In season 3, she's really kind of taking on the mantle of kind of trying to take the who would be the Dragon King and the Dragon Reborn and be a mentor as well as assassin in a way. Like, it's a really complicated character to play, and she plays it like multifaceted. You feel what she's going through, and then there was just the sheer fantastical nature of it. So we have these amazing creature effects, great budget for all of that, worlds upon worlds like that's going on in here, different sects, tribes, nations. We're thinking on the scale of Lord of the Rings. That's how big this universe is, and they created that. So we knew everything from what they've been building up from season 1 and 2, and where our characters end up in season 3 is like it ends quite well, but it was like the starting point for the proper story. So it sucks that it ends, but it was wonderful to see how much effort they put into this final season. But yeah, I feel for the fans. 16,000 people on IMDb took their time to write a review and gave it 7.2, which is quite high for a fantasy TV series in its third season. The highest watch time of all the seasons, and they still canceled it. So I don't know.
Do you think it's because they're choosing to put more of their budget into Rings of Power?
I mean, they put a huge amount of budget into the Rings of Power, but that was running along the same time. They knew what was going on with that, so maybe they were forced to choose one or the other. So I don't know.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, because I knew you were a big fan of that.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we on? 7, right?
Yeah.
This is the third season. Also, hey, third season also of a series. There is one point in the middle of this season that I did not like or appreciate, but The Diplomat with Kerry Russell, Rufus Sewell, now Allison Janney, and Bradley Whitford, David Gyasi, Rory Kinnear. Holy crap, Ali Ahn. This series continues to be one of these like heart attack inducing type of go,
really
go.
Tense. Yeah.
Yeah. I do hope that what we see coming in the next season is a bit of a character change for Kerry Russell's character, because she's continually getting in her own way, and not necessarily for the wrong reasons, but she's still getting in her own way. And
it's a bit rinse and repeat, and there's no growth there, which is you'd think there would be for someone so intelligent.
Yeah, and for a show called The Diplomat, she's losing out on her own interpersonal diplomacy.
Yeah.
I didn't appreciate the time jump and the introduction of a character into this one.
Very odd way to do that.
Yeah. I mean, the time jump itself was not the issue. It was the introduction of a character who had backstory in the time chunk that we didn't see.
Yeah, exactly. It makes no sense. Like, why would we care about this person? We don't know him.
Yeah. But we also, though, got way more Bradley Whitford. Actually, we got Bradley Whitford. And so that, just him by himself, him interacting with Allison Janney is outstanding. And Allison Janney, too. I mean, the moments that we see her in shows like her mastery of acting and of character understanding and the way that she forms her characters, because she feels real. You know what I mean? Like, she's on as now the president, and so she has to act and behave and decide in a certain way. And then the door closes, and she's still the president, but she's also now wife. And you know what I mean with relationship. And dude, you just bled all over the food. How could you do? You know what I mean? Just these moments, and it like I was in love with it. I was loving watching her within this, because I think she adds that wild card aspect, because even though we think we know what's going to happen, Not necessarily.
Not really. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I am excited because season 4 is coming in 2026. So
Right.
this is finally Netflix doing something correct with the continuation of the show, getting
Mm.
getting the episodes done quickly or
Yeah.
all at the same time and then releasing them at a normal pace.
Yeah. Finally.
Yes. So what's your number 6?
Um. Yeah. So my number 6 is season 2 of Andor. It's we finally got season 2. The thing that makes this Star Wars series actually work is that physical sets, physical locations, and was written for a two-part and beginning, middle, and end. That's it. Season 1 leads straight into season 2. Long episodes, hour long. Some of them, just depending on the episode, 12 episodes. Like this was someone taking their hand off the control at Star Wars and saying you can have control, and then getting some actors that really know how to play dialogue heavy like scenes that you get all the I guess all that stuff that you get at with Star Wars. You know, we see in the movie in the trilogy, there's a lot of politics going on there, but making it relevant to what's going on, so much so that it's all like spy networks, and you know, because this is the
Mm,
beginning of the rebels, and
yeah.
because you have those tangible sets, and you have force sensitive people, and you all of that going on around the outskirts. There's never any get out of jail free cards or Jedi's that are going to make you get out of jail free cards. It's just people dying along the way to get this bit of information that's so relevant to what makes the Star Wars original until we get Rogue One, you know. And you know where my stance on Rogue One, I'm like, it's a great film, doesn't need to exist. But these two series make the movie Rogue One necessary to exist. So, like, it's fitted in really well. The only negativity I have, which is a weird one, is that it's such a good series and so sharp and so good looking that it makes the others look like child's play. Like, oh, like the Mandalorian season 1, great, but some of the other Star Wars that like, ugh, like compared to that, it's just it's showing them up, which is it's a great negativity to have about a series. Because hey guys, you remember when Star Wars was good? They're like, yeah, I do actually, and it wasn't that long ago. Andor, it's phenomenal writing, phenomenal acting, great action, and you're gonna love to hate some of these characters. It's great.
I must carve out some time to sit down and watch.
It's honestly, it's excellent, and you don't even need to think about it as a Star Wars thing. It's just
Mm.
a story about an alliance of people that come together to be rebels, and
A
you
political
don't
spy
even need to have.
thriller,
Yeah, it's
right?
a spy thriller. Yeah, that's all it is. Uh, just happens to be in space. It's great.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Number 6 for me,
Mm.
season 2 of Netflix's A Man on the Inside. There is nothing deep about this series. This is just fun. Ted Danson, a retired widower who is bored, answers an ad in season 1 to help out a private investigator to get into a retirement home that she could not get into.
Mm.
And he is just, he's ridiculous in all the best ways. All the best ways. Season 2 introduces Mary Steenburgen as a love interest. So Ted
Who's
Danson's
his
real
wife?
life wife,
Yeah.
yes.
Which
The
is awesome.
chemistry is just like they don't even have to act. It's so
Yes.
wonderful to watch there. Um, this is one of these, like, and especially in season 2, the mystery actually takes the back seat to way more of just the family dynamics that are contained within the show. And that's where it becomes so engaging and so intriguing, just heartwarming too.
Nice.
There are what's his name? I got to look up his name because I always forget. He was in um why can't I remember his name now? Because it's a weird, but it's not a weird name. It's just not an English. name,
Do,
and
do, do,
is
do, 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 do.
yeah. I mean, well, this season also, while I'm looking for his name, we get Gary Cole, David Strathairn. I mean, holy crap! You know these big names. Can't I hold?
Do, do, do. I'll take who is 200 for mysterious character.
Yeah, seriously,
Bob.
why can't I find him? Because he's just Jason
People in the comments.
Mantzoukas.
Ah, okay.
He plays Apollo. You would recognize him from all kinds of things. I mean,
Right.
he's very recognizable. He's very funny. He's very like
Oh, from the
subtly.
99.
Oh, is he in? Okay, okay.
Yeah. Plays the wickedest, crazy character. He's awesome. Yeah.
I want to say he's also in Parks and Recreation. Yes, he's Dennis
Yes, for
Feinstein,
sure.
the
Yeah.
the perfume guy.
Oh.
Okay, sorry. There's a long tangent just because he's so silly in this, but in such an awesome way. I mean, it doesn't make the series stupid or his character stupid. He's just like he's odd in the best way, and the inclusion in there to round out all the characters.
Hmm.
This is, I mean, it's, I hope we get more seasons of this because this is one of these that from season one, because Ted Danson made friends inside this retirement home, but he doesn't live in the retirement home. He can go back and visit. And so we get recurring characters from that who are endearing, who have now become his friends. So he's not as lonely anymore. He's always trying out gimmicks and code names and all kinds of stuff, which leans into he's not a private investigator. I mean, that's not what he's trained. He's like an engineer, and so, so he's very smart, but he's not. He doesn't have this skill set necessarily. He just kind of stumbles into things, and so it's if you need a pick me up, it's not as good as Ted Lasso or Shrinking, okay, but it has some of the similar feels of you watch this and you just feel good and you feel lighthearted and you feel uplifted because the series knows exactly what it is. There are very low stakes, and it's just here to say, we would like to invite you along on this funny trip with some very likable characters. Please join us.
Nice. Okay. Okay, so for my number 5 is Alien Earth. It's quite funny to me how good this is. It's also funny to me how the alien is scary in this, but it's not the scariest thing in this. There are creatures in this that I was just not expecting. But I love the fact, like, we live, if our characters live and we are viewing it with them in a world where xenomorphs exist, then other things exist. And we've not really gotten much of that in the movies. They've always just been like aliens. This is like playing with the universe. We're still getting those androids. We're getting various versions of those androids. And putting, having the psyches of children's in them is a very interesting way to go with it. But like, if you've probably seen the memes, there's an eye that it touches itself to stuff, and is like all new nightmare stuff. There's a plant, a bulbous plant, and like just little bits, a mosquito sorts. I love the creativity that, and like the new horrors unlocked that this does. Closed corridors, aliens ripping things up. Yes, great. Androids are scary again, and all the creatures that these conglomerates that own the universe are fighting with, and just use humans as cannon fodder as per usual, because they just make more money, and there's a genius around the idea. There's always some genius going, "Hey, what if we do this thing?" You're like, please don't. But they do, and it's entertaining for us. And we get season 2, like 2026. So,
nice.
Yeah.
I have not watched all of it. I think I've watched the first 3 or 4 episodes. The
Okay.
graphics in this, the creature creations,
Yeah.
outstanding. I mean, brilliant.
So good.
Yeah.
There's a Pinocchio story that I really like. Yeah, really interesting. Yeah.
Okay. I will have to go back to that.
Yeah. Cool. So what's your number 5?
My number 5, this was actually a huge surprise in the best way. Came out at the very beginning of the year on Hulu and I guess Disney and maybe in the UK. First off, the soundtrack is just spectacular because they remake a ton of recognizable like 80s and 90s and even 2000s like rock songs or ballads or something like this. It's a thriller that is also a end of world destruction type of thing called Paradise.
Yeah.
And
this is my number 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sterling K. Brown. I mean, what we learn, like at the end of episode 1, like you go, what? But these survivors inside, it's this political, like, it shouldn't be political, but it becomes a political thing also. But the mystery in this and the thrills because of it's a limited, how do I say it without giving everything away? I mean, it's a contained space, right? Like we have only a limited set or a finite set of suspects.
Yes.
And as humans are humans, there are sketchy people sometimes doing, for power plays or whatever. Okay, you go.
Yeah, I mean, for all the reasons why you said, it gave me a little bit of Lost vibes as well. So I'm hoping it does have a trajectory of where it's going with the storyline. But yeah, I love the mystery of this. I love the location of it because it adds to the suspense. And then as the episodes go on, the story, even though it's sort of like a whodunit, it's also a why they've done it. And yeah, reminds me of other post-apocalyptic series or books. There's one on Apple that reminds me a lot of, which is good. I don't know if I should say it because that might spoil things, so I'm not gonna. But yeah, very, very good acting. Strange environment to have this whodunit sort of thing. But it works. It really works. Yeah.
Yeah, I love all the different characters that we get. That, some of them are outright like trustworthy, or they feel outright trustworthy. Some kind of make the hair stand up a little bit, like you're like, I'm not quite sure. And then other ones you're like, oh yeah, I just don't like you at all, and you're wrong. But like James Marsden playing the president is so it continues to remind me why I like him as an actor.
Yeah.
His performance, because it's so effortless and he just oozes the charm, because he was in what was that, the Netflix Dead to Me, right?
Oh yes. Yeah.
He's in the Sonic movies, and each wildly different characters, and yet
totally different. Yeah.
I'm drawn to him. Sterling K. Brown is just formidable.
Strong performance. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's brooding a lot of the time in this, but that makes sense for this character.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, you understand why he is as well. So
yeah. Yeah. I'm very excited for season 2. I did not realize that it was coming out so soon, so I'm very happy about this.
Oh, it's in February. Yeah, nice.
Oh,
Okay.
is it really that soon?
Yeah. Yeah,
Ooh,
that's in
okay,
23rd of February. Hmm.
nice.
Hmm.
Okay.
So, what's your number 4 then?
My number 4 is Department Q on Netflix. Uh, Matthew Good. I now I've read, may have read the first book. I've definitely seen the original movie of
Hmm.
this that this is based on, but it had been such a while that I didn't remember the full ending. So this was nice to
Yeah.
watch this. This is a British version or a UK version of a Norwegian, Swedish show or story. Doesn't matter. Matthew
Hmm.
Good is so good in this as somebody who's unlikable. He's like Dr. House, uh, just except less formulaic. He's
Hmm.
he's very acerbic. But he's so intelligent and so observant and figuring things out. But what makes it in this show are the people that surround him also to
Hmm.
soften him out a little bit, to really give him way more depth because we could just watch some sourpuss, brood around the station and, just cause everybody to hate him. And he could be a genius and solve the crime. Okay. But that doesn't mean it's as fun. We
Yeah.
have his Akram. His doesn't start out that way, but becomes his sidekick. And who has his own set of skills that we only see come out in small little
It's
bits
so good as well. We're like, holy crap, who were you? What are you?
because he's so nice. He's so
Yeah.
nice and so calm until
Like, where did you learn that?
yeah, yeah. And then was it is it Rose, I think. She's the she's the other she's got a touch of the tism, I think, which is great.
Oh, for sure. For
Um
sure. Yeah. A
and
superpower.
yes, absolutely, it is totally a superpower, and she uses it in brilliant ways. And
Mm.
so her quirks with Matthew Good's, we'll call them quirks, the personality flaws, and then
Yeah, yeah.
Akram's calmness, they all mesh together to make this team that really is outstanding because they all complement each other in such good ways. And while I believe without Matthew Good's character, Rose and Akram could probably, solve most of the things because he was there at certain points or, has a different insight and just
Mm.
his mind works in a little bit of a different way. I, yeah, I, this was outstanding. I mean, it was so riveting and so just compelling to watch.
Mm. Nice.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Last Samurai Standing.
Mm.
This was such a surprise to me. I expected it to be fun. I didn't expect it. The story here it's a really simple, big competition, battle royale, but the battle royale is over a long distance rather than in one secluded place. It's like from A to B is a few hundred, maybe a couple of thousand, maybe even more distance. And the fighters are during the samurai period, so there's various different masters of various types of weaponry that they had. And the story is one guy trying to get enough money to help his sick family and also rescue the young girl that's joined the competition because she again is also trying to get money to feed her sick. There's a huge outbreak of, I think it was cholera or something, and
Mm.
one of those diseases that now we have cures for, but then was wiping out whole cities. So you have that, and in the background you have like the reason why this competition is going on, who wants to be in charge. There's people moving like people like chess pieces around, and the political stuff, and the reason why there's this big competition is because they're trying to find get rid of all the samurai that are of a dying. They're basically Ronin now. There is no need for the samurai because the West has come with its guns, and so they want to get rid of the old class and in with the new. So this big competition comes into play, and it's so riveting to watch. Our our dude is skilled, but he's like John Wick. He doesn't want to pick up the sword again because of how many he's killed. He has a moniker that people call him by or knew him by that he doesn't want to pick up either. But there comes points where he's forced to, and you see why. You know that scene where in The Last Samurai, Tom Cruise takes out five guys and he goes shit, 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 and then puts his swords away, and then they all drop down dead. You have that in various formats, and it's fantastic. Like it's really, really good. You also have like anime type caricatures that are so larger than life that you instantly know like they're going to be a villain that's going to be
Mm.
following our characters around and going to be formidable to defeat. There's one, he's not blind, but he almost is. Old dude, hair is like hanging over his face, has a sword that seems to be bigger than a normal samurai sword, but it's still thin. And he has a bell on it, like on his sword. And every time you hear that bell, people shit themselves because he's the guy that is sent after the expert Ronin to execute them if
Oh,
they left their what forever like these deserters from this particular school. He's the only guy that was good enough to take on these guys. And so he's hunting these samurai that are still alive and also happen to be in the competition. And you get to see how good he is. The show does a lot of like spending time with some of the characters in the competition, so you get to know them, get to like them, and then they introduce him, and you are shitting bricks for them because you whenever you see him, you're like, ah, hell, like everybody's good, but nobody's that good. uh,
teacher says every time the bell rings, a whole
yeah,
bunch of people die.
yeah, yes. So this was so good. I love this. I hope it does come back for because it's not finished. Like it's
Oh,
partly
okay.
done. Yeah, yeah.
Outstanding. Yeah, I need to watch this. I really want
You'll love
to.
this. It's so good. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well,
Hmm.
my number 3 is another Netflix show. This one again was a surprise because of how pure it felt.
Oh,
Um, this one also, like Chief of War,
mm,
uses indigenous people as the majority of the cast.
yeah.
It's North of North,
Yeah.
and
I remember you loving this. Yeah.
it's it's a comedy, um, and it you could put it like kind of in the same category of like type of storytelling as like probably more Parks and Rec because that's more lighthearted than The Office was, but without the
Mm,
whole interview type of thing. I mean, this is
right.
very
Yeah.
sitcom, you know.
Yeah.
But it's this girl who this young mom who is kind of just rebuilding her life. She's reinventing herself. She's reached that point where it's like, no, I don't. And it is laugh out loud funny. I mean, which is something that is kind of rare in a lot of times, you know? I mean,
Mm,
especially like consistently laugh out loud funny. That's
wow.
the characters are very likable. I mean, you have some that are like your stereotype, you know, either schmuck or whatever, you know, person that's full of themselves or anything like that. But it works to complement everything else within the story. And there's slight romance, but there's also confused identities of
Mm,
and not of like I don't know who I am, but as a I meet somebody and I think they're one person and they're not, and so it's and so it adds a touch of drama in there, but it has this overwhelming sweetness to the whole thing. I mean, it is again kind of like watching A Man on the Inside It's a very
Mm.
bright spot. This one has also some similar feels of Northern Exposure in there, which in very tiny ways, which I thought was great. I mean, it just because I loved that show. Uh, this I don't know if enough people have seen this and watched this.
Mm.
The poster for it does not make it look like something that most like that I would
Yeah, it
even want to
doesn't look that
watch.
good. Yeah. Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It's I mean her on a trampoline maybe, you know what I mean? And she's like got this pink, flowy thing. I mean, it's almost like Emily in Paris in the Yukon, I
Yeah.
and no, do not sit on this. Go watch this show. It's so much better than the poster gives it, which is you're really missing out. I do hope that we get a second season soon, because this was like it was every time I saw somebody talking about it, they were raving about it. It was like, holy crap, have you seen this? It was I didn't see anybody like, oh, this is a terrible show. I can't believe this is, whatever. And so even though there was not a ton of positive reactions or reactions in general, they were all positive that I watched. So yeah, don't pay attention to the posters and the graphics that they use to market this. Just watch the show and be very happy.
Oh. Okay. Nice. So for my number 2, I was late to this, but when I finally did watch it, all the episodes were out, because we got them later. You had watched it a while. This is your number 10. My number 2 is Task.
Okay.
Because I was blown away by the performances. This was a riveting story. The only reason why it's not number 1 is because, like what you said, I don't think it has any rewatchability. It's too depressing, too dark to go through again. And once you know the outcome of this particular story, it's not something like it doesn't make you want to go back. However, saying that, performances, Mark Ruffalo does a standout. I mean, I don't know when he isn't doing a standout performance or whatever he's in, but him in this character is so relatable, so real. He's dad and he's cop. He's broken, he's flawed, but he's also genuinely just a really good guy as well, trying to come to terms with loss in his own life that's so like, ugh, it hits you in the gut. And then the flip side, the people that he's after, they're also got like emotional stuff that the talk about broken family, what makes a family, guy trying to make the right decisions for those that he cares about, people that they're lose along the way. It's like it's brutal, one gut punch after another. But whoa, what a ride! So good, yeah. So that was my number 2. What's your number 2?
This is a show that I will never watch again. It is a technical masterpiece. It is also a storytelling masterpiece. It is absolutely emotionally devastating and brutal to watch. Yeah. It is only 4 episodes long. It is on Netflix, and it is called Adolescence.
Yeah.
The one shots. Each episode's a shot. One shot. One take. And Crazy. It is phenomenal. The storytelling is absolutely riveting. It is heartbreaking. And it has so much realness to it. What's his name? Stephen Graham? Is that his? Yeah. His performance is just crushing to watch as a dad, and then there is one episode where we focus on a child suspect, and it is an interview between him and an evaluator type of thing. She's not really a psychologist there, to just having this conversation, and the nuance, the patience, the emotion that just is dripping from this
And then you
scene.
think about, how the hell did they pull this off? Because it's all one take. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the actors can't mistake, because then you start everything from beginning again.
And it is.
Yeah.
This is. Yeah. I mean, I loved it. This was like 5 out of 5. Absolutely. But no. I am glad I have seen it. And there may come a time where I am emotionally at a point where I'm like, yeah, I need to be wrecked really badly. Let me watch this again.
Yeah.
But holy crap. There's so many scenes in this that you feel for the characters. You know, they're either angry or they're sad or they're just pent up. The regret, the questioning, the self-doubt. I mean, all of that is.
Yeah. It's a wild ride.
So.
Nice. So honorable mentions time.
Yes.
We've got 3. I'm just going to rattle through mine quickly. So the only reason why Stranger Things season 5 is not in is because I haven't seen it all. But if I'd seen it all, it probably would be in my top 10. Those episodes that I watched from the new season are fantastic. Great storytelling. Can't wait to see more. Like, honestly, that episode 4 was some of the best TV I've seen in a long, long time. Like, it's very, very good. It's Welcome to Dre.
Okay.
Again, a series that doesn't need to exist, but was so good. 8 episode. The 8th episode, like, yes, cherry on top. And Department Q was my other one. Like, just because I had all the others, and I like, okay.
You didn't want to exclude it, but you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. Okay. American Primeval. Again, a brutal show. Really enjoyed it. Didn't want to cut it from the list. It was up against a whole bunch. It's not a happy show. I didn't like all of it all at the same time. But it really did grow on me also. So that was a huge positive.
Okay.
This show has absolutely no business being as good as it is. But Twisted Metal season 2. Have you seen this yet? Have you watched season 2 yet?
I've seen some of it. Yeah, I did. I wasn't feeling it as much. I'll have to go back to it and see if it continues to grow to be, because I love season 1. So.
Yeah, there's introduction of new characters. There's more depth on characters in this. Season 3 is coming. I am like stoked. I've never played the games. I did download them though for my PlayStation, so I shall be playing.
It's old like pixel car smashing. Games like this.
Yeah. And while we get some of that in this, it's so much
crazy amount of heart.
Yeah. I like, no joke. When I saw season 1, I was like, okay, whatever. I know this is based on a video game, so that automatically tempers my expectations, you know? Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, wow, this is actually very engaging. I'm enjoying this. And then season 2 comes out, like, holy crap, they improved. Like, so, which was, I mean, it was already good, so now it's even better. I'm like, oh. Really yeah. My third honorable mention is one that I've not reviewed yet because I literally finished it last night. And it makes no sense to me that of how this plays. It is a Paramount Plus original series that you can watch in the UK on Paramount Plus. In the United States, you cannot watch it on Paramount Plus. You must watch it on Acorn or a VPN. The Crow Girl. This is a dark story. And it is like the content is not happy content, but the execution of this is riveting. There's a little bit of confusion around timelines, which Ruben and I were talking before we started recording, is probably on purpose to obscure something. But there is a jaw drop moment in this where I went, good on you. There better be a season 2 because we have not reached the conclusion yet. But if you have Acorn or you own a VPN or you are lucky enough to live where Paramount Plus is showing The Crow Girl, and you like dark crime thrillers, yes.
It's so funny. You cut out with if you have porn. We didn't hear the the A. Yeah.
We'll just leave it as it is. If you have porn, no.
Yeah. Nice, great honorable mentions. My number one.
Yes.
Is dark, depressing, has a big budget, and is probably a series when the third season comes out, I will watch again from beginning. Because it's that good, and I love watching the world, and I love watching the creatures in it, and the acting is phenomenal. And I've played the games a number of times and still love the series. The Last of Us, season 2 was like so good, phenomenal. So that's easily my top spot of the year.
I wanted to keep that one in there. Had I had more honorable mentions,
More
it would
spaces.
have been. Yeah. Because even though I knew the outcome because my kids had played the game, okay, so I knew what it was. My wife didn't. She didn't know the outcome, and she was not happy.
No,
you know, which you're not supposed to be.
I'm never happy. I've played the game a number of times. Like, God damn it, this part sucks.
Yeah, but it is, I mean, you're right. Riveting storytelling. Just so well done. And these shows that just, I mean, HBO puts so much into their content.
Yeah. The script writers generally for HBO, they're meaty. They've worked at this script until it's good. So when you get the special effects, that's just a happy add-on. Like, yeah, great. The world, the monsters, everything looks great, but the characters are so good. That's
a like a defining characteristic, I think, because a lot of times shows use the gimmicks as the draw, as the thing that's really, and then hoping that you'll be sucked in by the characters, which doesn't make the story memorable. You know, it makes the visuals great, but this,
like the current phase of Marvel compared to like the first phase of Marvel, right?
They're focusing on the wrong things. Focus on the characters in the story, and nice. Okay.
Yeah, so what's your number one?
My number one, I came late to, and so then I binged it, I think, over a weekend.
Okay.
It is harrowing to watch. It is, I want to say it is 16 episodes long in season 1. 15 episodes. 15 episodes in season 1.
Okay. Yeah.
And it is a medical drama starring Noah Wyle that is not ER, but takes place in an ER. It is called The Pit.
Who would have thunk this would be your number one for 2025?
An American medical drama.
Yeah. This would not have been on my bingo card.
I could not watch them fast enough. Like,
yeah, jeez.
You know, like forgoing sleep, not eating type of thing. Like we were just binging it and like, holy crap, no, I don't want to pause it. I'm going to wet the bed. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to keep watching. The characters are so good in this, and the way that the story moves us back and forth and weaves us through this ER to all the characters, we get insight into them at the right moments. Like we don't, you know what I mean? There's not huge exposition dumps on each character the first time we meet them, and it's like all unnatural. Like half the time, like for the first several episodes, like a bunch of these first year residents or whatever, I'm struggling to remember their name, you know, like I don't know anything about them, but by the end, I totally know all about them. And do I like them? Do I not? Am I kind of conflicted at how I feel about them? And then the internal workings of the ER itself, and the you then also have the politics that comes in. I mean, just the layered storytelling within this. And they don't have to have the disaster of the week type of thing. There is one that comes, and it is holy crap. But, some of it is just dealing with the ER, and the people. And again, coming down to the writing and the characters. The writing for this is so tight.
Wait, this is HBO as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Holy crap! Yeah, oh.
It is. And they know when to let the moments breathe. There are several times, because it was very an emotional show. But we're watching Noah Wyle just struggle through certain things, and there is a moment where we literally just sit and watch him cry and sob. And it's devastating, but it's so enveloping too, because it has shut out the rest of the world at this moment, all of the other chaos. And so we get to focus singularly on this moment. And, or you'll watch Noah Wyle and Sean Hennessy up on the rooftop talking. And it's very calm, but the conversation is not. And it is, wow. So season 2 comes out in January.
Yeah, it's really soon. Yeah.
This was not, I even stayed away from it at the beginning because it was Noah Wyle in a medical drama set inside an ER. I watched that show in the early 90s.
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
Yeah. Okay. No. I was wrong. This is phenomenal. So, January 8th is when season 2 comes out. Holy crap, put it on your calendar. Yeah. So, there you go.
Yeah, that's it.
Good list. We didn't have too much overlap. I'm surprised.
We didn't have too much. Yeah. Means it was a good year.
Yeah, because I really thought we were going to share a bunch of the same things. Not necessarily in the same spot, but...
No, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Are you wrong? No. We would love to know what your list is. You have to keep it to 10. You can do 2 honorable mentions. None of this 17. 3. You can keep it to 2 honorable mentions. Just to be more mean. No, 3 honorable mentions. It's, yeah. I can't wait to see what everybody watched, because there's
a ton.
There's so much.
There's a ton
and so
much didn't even make our lists.
Yeah, that were still good. You know? Yeah, and I mean, like I said, my list was like 18, 19, plus then some other honorable mentions. So, in addition to that, so it was just, it's ridiculous. But yeah, we would love to see that. We have our Discord that you can join. It's in the links in the description below. There's good community. Sometimes they do watch-alongs, so you're invited to join there. There's all kinds of lists. Everything that's coming up in the next probably decade that's been announced. All dates subject to change because we do not control the speed at which lobsters die. There is... we have our Patreon. It's £1. So $1, 20, 30, 70, I don't know. So depending on the exchange rate in the moment. But there's a whole bunch of videos in there, over 100, 120, something like that. We have put up 2 from China that we had never seen. One is outstanding. One is not. We are putting up 2 German movies this time. Both are phenomenally visual
Mhm.
and masterpieces in their own way. One of them is way more watchable than the other, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Agreed.
And I think we're going to go to the Netherlands next. The reason, and you may be going, well, what about South Korea or what about Japan? We watch a lot of content from from those nations. So that's on the list. Don't worry that we will get there. But we've seen so much of that we wanted to branch out and go to some things that we don't normally do, just to to create some interest for ourselves and also for
Yeah.
you to just broaden the breadth there. So
Yeah.
you can join that if you'd like. There are a couple that are outside the paywall on Patreon, but the links are in the description below as well, just like the Discord. We will be back live on January 3rd for the brand new year of 2026.
That's great.
We get to do this whole crap show over again. Not our show, the crap show, but just the year.
Life. Yeah.
Life. Yes. Regardless of when you're watching this, I hope that you are having a spectacular day and week, that you are finding joy in what you watch. Life is too short to watch bad things. So let us watch the crap so you don't have to. Don't forget to do all the YouTube-y stuff like, share, subscribe. Really helps us out. My friend Ruben from the Ruby Tuesday and I, Chris, we will see you next week on the best thing we watched this week, January 3rd. Thank you all. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.